turns for us to be sure that it's secure. Okay? Oleg or Dennis, actually. Dennis. Maybe you can have this rope above or over your glove, not on the side of your palm, but on the outer side. Stand by. Okay, then hold on. Now let's try. I got it. Go ahead. Hold it.
This is Mission Control Houston. We've just passed the 5-hour mark in today's spacewalk by Denis Matveyev, wearing the suit with the blue stripes on your left, and Oleg Artemyev wearing the suit with the red stripes on your right. The two cosmonauts working very efficiently on the final task of today's spacewalk, the completion of the installation of a portable workstation adapter on a payload interface point on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. This work coming after this spacewalk began the first in a series of such excursions to activate and operate the European robotic arm that was launched on Naoka last July, when the module itself was launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan on a Proton M rocket, docking to the port that had previously been occupied by the Pirs docking compartment for a number of years. Today's work involved the installation and connection of the European Robotic Arm's Spacewalk control panel. That all checked out in great shape. The two cosmonauts removed protective covers from a series of payload interfaces and base points for the arm, to which it will ultimately walk off and attach itself for the operation of payload placement and spacewalker movements around the Russian segment of the International Space Station. The two cosmonauts installed a trio of handrails on the arm itself and removed a thermal cover from the elbow of the arm. The next spacewalk that Artemyev and Matveyev will conduct is on April 28th, in which they'll go back outside the Poisk module airlock to remove a number of launch locks that held the arm in place during its liftoff and transit to the International Space Station, and begin the first monitoring of the task to have the arm actually move away from its fixation point right now on Naoka, to ensure that it can actually operate and move, albeit in very slow fashion, in its initial stage of its checkout activities. The arm will be used to ultimately place a radiator from one location to another for its deployment on the multipurpose laboratory module for heat dissipation, and will ultimately move an airlock that is currently located on Naoka to its final operational destination on the multipurpose laboratory module, so that the Russian segment will have two different airlocks from which spacewalks can be conducted.
So where are we?
Так, ну что, тут основная часть полета уже есть, она зацепилась.
All right, we have the most of it secured. Try and rotate it.
Нет, все, по-моему, болтаться перестало даже.
All right, it's not even wobbling.
Отлично.
Great.
Да прощелкивание? Да прощелкивание.
Unintelligible. No, not yet.
Давай подожди.
All right, let me hold it for a second.
Это много, да?
It's probably too many. Almost 70.
Так, Сергей, да.
Hey,
Да прощелкивание, да?
Sergey,
Подожди, надо.
Sergey has said his goodbyes, right? Yes, he did.
О, всё.
All right, let me turn it a few more times. Okay, there we go. Now, please secure the tool, the wrench,
Да, на провод.
with the wire tie, right? Yes, and then take a break, please.
Так.
Okay.
Ну, ключик, давай мы тебя заставим.
Well, you little wrench, let me secure it. You. And on telemetry, we see that the PRM adapter has been successfully installed. Hooray! So this work definitely wasn't in vain. That's right.
Раз. Два.
One red, two red. Stand by for a second. Are you moving to the right?
Не, надо. Надо внизу.
Does it need to be, well, it needs to be at the bottom.
Тогда она хватит.
Then it's probably going to be enough. And here, and now in this direction.
Так. Ручка зафиксирована.
All right, we have the handle secured. And we're taking a break. Take a break, because it's a manual drive, and you will proceed in the direction of MRM. I think it's too much. And they haven't floated away. No, they have not. Wow, this is so beautiful. Unintelligible. Oleg, do you have a chance to... Oleg, could you verify what's the status of the MLI of the fueling units, just to make sure whether it's stitched down or not, or sewed on? Do you want me to check the area where the valve is? Yes, the valve specifically. Well, when we're on our way back, we'll definitely check. Well, we can go and check it now. And do we want to leave the tethers? No, we'll need to take the tethers back. And the adapter needs to be secured to the manual drive. So now you need to unscrew two wing nuts and put it in the open position. Okay.
This is Mission Control Houston, 5 hours, 14 minutes into today's spacewalk by Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev. The two cosmonauts are currently wrapping up the final task of today's spacewalk, that being the installation of a portable workstation adapter on a payload interface to which future payloads will be mounted near the European robotic arm on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. The two cosmonauts completed everything on their task list for the day. The installation and connection of the European robotic arm spacewalk control panel near a base point to which the arm is currently mounted. The full checkout in all modes of that control panel were completed by Russian flight controllers of the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov. Everything checked out in great shape. The two cosmonauts removed protective covers from a series of payload interfaces and base points to which the arm will be affixed in the future. They installed 3 handrails on the arm itself, removed a thermal cover from the elbow of the arm that was temporarily stowed and will be jettisoned during the next spacewalk this pair of cosmonauts will conduct on April 28th. And again, they're wrapping up work on the final task of the day, the installation of a workstation adapter for payloads on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. The next spacewalk, again, that's planned for April 28th by Artemyev and Matveyev, will see them remove additional thermal covers from the European robotic arm. They'll release a number of launch locks that have held the arm in place on Naoka since it lifted off with the laboratory module on a Proton M rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome last July. And they will watch as commands are sent to actually back the arm off of its 2 grapple points, very much like the Canadarm2 robotic arm on the U.S. segment of the International Space Station.
Unintelligible.
There are 2 end effectors on the European arm, which, when unfurled, measures 37 feet in length. The European arm always was designed to augment the operation of the Canadarm2 robotic arm and the Japanese robotic arm on the Kibo module on the U.S. segment of the station, since both Canadarm2 and the Japanese arm cannot reach the Russian segment. So this now will provide 3 robotic arm capabilities for the International Space Station in the future. Well, this activity has been ongoing throughout the course of the day. Mission managers representing the International Space Station program, NASA, SpaceX, and Axiom met in a weather briefing and concluded that the first undocking opportunity for the Axiom 1 crew on the Crew Dragon Endeavour tomorrow morning would not be acceptable from a splashdown weather standpoint. And so the decision was made to waive off the morning opportunity and point to an evening opportunity on Tuesday night, weather permitting. The way the programming will work for tomorrow is that the farewell remarks by the Axiom 1 crew will be broadcast on NASA television at 6 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, right after the completion of the Crew 4 virtual news conference that will take place from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The Crew 4 astronauts, Commander Cho Lindgren, pilot Bob Hines, and mission specialists Jessica Watkins and Samantha Cristoforetti of the European Space Agency arrived at the Kennedy Space Center several hours ago for the final phase of their pre-launch training that will lead to a liftoff on Saturday morning from the Kennedy Space Center at 5:26 a.m. Eastern Time. Getting back to tomorrow's activities, the farewell remarks will stay where they are on the timeline for the crew. That will be followed by the crew members on board taking a nap at midday and then reconvening on Tuesday night, weather permitting, for the closing of the hatch that is scheduled around 8 p.m. Eastern Time and an undocking at approximately 10 p.m. Eastern Time to begin the trip home for the 4 Axiom 1 crew members, with a splashdown scheduled at mid-afternoon on Wednesday, April 20th. This all is contingent on the weather being acceptable for the next splashdown opportunity and the next undocking opportunity for Axiom 1. Another weather briefing is planned for Tuesday morning to assess conditions to support a Tuesday night undocking opportunity.
Although here, we probably want to have it more secure. And is it this one that we will be working with? Yes. And you can close it. Thank you. It's closed.
Сергей, ответьте по Москве ВСГ-1.
Sergey, this is M. Crosstalk, Moscow called Sergey on Space Ground 2. And let's tighten this wing nut. Tightening it. Okay. And let's just make sure it can't be unscrewed. Yes. And please make sure that the tab is in the open position. It's in the open position. So that's the light kit, right? Is that what we call a light kit? Yes. What did you? Don't forget to. Don't forget we actually would always attach a bobber when we were training to it, when we were training in the NBL. Oh, really? All right, so we need to get that French hook, right? Let me get there, get to that spot. And I'll try to be here. And here is the hook. I should probably attach it to myself. Short reds. Or maybe an OT8. Well, I'm securing it to my short red. And the other one can be secured to the handrail, from one handrail to the other. Sounds good. I got my hand spot on there? My left hand. Can you help me out? Well, not with the left one yet. Okay, and I got untangled. So I would attach it to myself then. Yes, attach it to yourself. Okay. Okay. So you'll be going first, and I will follow you. Sounds good. And the second. Red or umbilical should be secured to us. So the EVA time is 5 hours, 25 minutes. Well, what else do we need to do? So, and you will have to come back again, and we just wanted to let you know that probably you won't have enough time for the camera because you will have spent some time translating. And I think it will be enough, and we could have done that.
And at the 5 hour, 27-minute mark into the spacewalk, the two cosmonauts have completed the final task of the day, that being the installation of a portable workstation adapter on a payload interface to which payloads will be mounted in the future for movement via the new European robotic arm. With that, Artemyev and Matveyev will begin to clean up their work site, collect their tools and other equipment that they've used during today's spacewalk, and shortly will make their way back down the Strela boom to translate back toward the Poisk airlock, where they will conduct a final inventory of all their equipment before moving inside of the airlock and closing the hatch. That will mark the official end of today's excursion.
Okay, and we are translating. All right.
Так,
4109 and 4108.
we are translating along. Sergey, when are we going to have the installation time? Standby 1. In about 12 minutes. 1, 2. Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Так, это место у нас установки радиатора, да?
So this is the radiator installation location?
Вот он, клапан защиты.
Yes. It is here, the protective, unintelligible. So we have reached this trailer boom. One tether is already attached to the ring. Copy, Oleg. Okay, so I will be on this side and you will be on the opposite side, correct? Here you go, Dennis. I'm holding it. Right. So we both are on the Strela boom on the ring. Copy, Oleg. So we have removed the hook and now we can start rolling. Copy. Unintelligible. You know, the ring is attached to the wire. Right, this is the telecamera, just one step away from me. It was. Oleg, we will perform this activity next time. Don't worry. We still have an hour, even an hour and a half, till the end of the day. Oleg, do you copy me in Moscow? Yes, we do. Unintelligible. We could have actually performed this activity. Next time, Oleg, you will have this opportunity to unscrew it. So I have an extender, and I think it will fit to the ridge. Yeah, yes, it's just a little bit short. Oleg, in 1 minute, you will have installation, and you will be able then to take pictures of the surroundings. All right? Yes, we have time for that.
5 hours, 42 minutes into the spacewalk. Artemyev and Medvedev are wrapping up all of their activities around the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, now in the vicinity of the Strela telescoping boom that they will shinny down to return to the Poisk module and the airlock from which they emerged at 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time today, to begin this 249th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades.
Okay, we had a good translation. Now we can take pictures of the surroundings. Okay, Dennis, have a look. I'm taking pictures and video. Here are those boats. Oleg, could you please take a close-up picture of the boat? Dennis, how are you feeling? Are you tired? So should I just unscrew and unravel this bolt? Oleg, let us do it next time. Well, you know, who knows what will happen next time. You will have to do the inspection of the hardware and the tools and to dry out your spacesuit. Well, you know, there is a lot of margin still. Now let's move closer to the EVA hatch. All right, in work. Actually, it is time to go back Okay, yes, we are moving. What a amazing view. Oleg, Dennis, move closer to the hedge. It is time. Yes. Yep. We are starting to translate towards the hedge. Well, maybe we should clean the window here. But, you know, Sergei wants letters. You know, the windows are not clean. You know, you will have plenty of opportunities and plenty of work during next EVs, guys. Okay, Dennis, let's move. So what is the matter there? You don't want to leave, Dennis? Okay, so try to move. Unintelligible. Dennis, you know, I cannot move you. You know, your weight like about 200 kilograms. So could you please push, and then you will be able to move. Actually, you can even get stuck here. There is plenty of chances to do that. You mind the batteries, the arrays? Okay, the station wouldn't let us go. It says, I don't want to let you go. Stand by one. Okay, so I am at this side once again. So, you know, you can actually squeeze behind the boom. Okay, please secure everything. Yes, don't worry, we will do that. Now, the sun is so bright here. I think, you know, these bunches got stuck here. I think we should have done it differently. Okay, so where is this safety tether here? It's not far from you, so where is your hook? Okay, I am securing it. Oh, here we go, I found it. This is done. The ring is secured. Copy, Oleg. Now I need to translate. Okay. One hook is tethered. The second hook. Copy. Now the kit shows, you know, some interference in comms. You know, a lot of background noise. So the EV1 is controlling the kit, unintelligible. Yes, a lot of background noise. Do you copy me? Well, hardly. Oleg, how do you copy me? We copy you, but now the noise is gone. All right, copy. How do you copy me now? Well, it's the background noise again. So what about now? I hardly hear you. I can hardly hear you, Moscow. So, Dennis? Okay, please go ahead. Okay, so when you are ready, Oleg, move the manual drive. Unintelligible. Go ahead, Dennis. We can use another handrail. So we are both, we got off from the boom, both of us. Copy. Again, there's a lot of noise. Okay, so it looks like some kind of a motor is working. I don't know. I have no idea. It looks like it's near the progress vehicle. That's where it is coming from. Well, don't worry. So should I first put in the manual drive, or should I ingress first myself? Moscow is inaudible. So could you please come again? You can secure the manual drive to the handrail, and then after you ingress, you can take it in. All right. And also you should inspect your spacesuits. Okay.
One hook from the kit is inside. Copy, Oleg. And the second one will be there shortly. All right. Let's get in the manual drive and then proceed with the checkout of the suits. All right, you've been exactly 6 hours. You've been outside exactly for 6 hours. Okay, we copy. That's good. We should have stayed a little bit longer and done something else. All right, Dennis, Oleg, if you are ready, start with the suit inspection.
This is Mission Control Houston, 6 hours, 2 minutes into the spacewalk by Artemyev and Matveyev. You are looking at Denis Matveyev, who is wrapping up the first spacewalk of his career. For Artemyev, the fourth of his career, a completely successful spacewalk in which the two cosmonauts began the outfitting of the European robotic arm on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, installing and connecting a control panel, removing protective covers from payload interfaces and base points to which the arm will move about the outside of Naoka. The two cosmonauts installed 3 handrails, removed a thermal cover from the arm's elbow, and installed a portable workstation adapter on one of the payload interface areas on the outside of the multipurpose laboratory module. The two cosmonauts will climb back inside the Poisk airlock momentarily. They'll spend about 10 minutes inspecting each other to make sure their suits are clean, and then we'll wait for their sublimators or cooling apparatus to bring them back to the proper temperature inside the airlock before they close the hatch that will mark the official end of today's spacewalk.
Also, just an FYI, you still have the ratchet wrench attached to your French hook and secured with your French hook. Make sure that it's actually secured. It is. I have it secured. It seems like it's just floating next to you. I may have just gotten caught on something. All right, I got it. Do you see anything else? Anything off nominal? No? One of my gloves is looking good. The other one is not so much. So... If you see, do you want us to wipe down the suits? Well, if you see contamination, some dirt in any of the areas, you need to grab the towels and wipe it all down. Do you have it ready? Yes. And let's check. Could you check me too? Yeah, it's also yellow. All right, my left glove is covered with something yellowish, and Dennis's right one is covered with the same something. No, we copy. Grab the towels and wipe it all down. Will do. Somewhere on top. All right, one French hook needs to go here, close to you. So where should I secure it to? Well, actually, maybe the hatch cover. You holding it? Got it? I'm getting the towel out. All right, I got the towel.
Так, на тебе. Сейчас, подожди. А я пока проволочку возьму. Так, держи только. Так, страхуем проволочку.
All right, and here is the wire tie.
Улетела.
And oops, it floated away.
Так, давай мне полотенце.
Give me the towel.
Ага.
It's on your right side.
Все, вот привяжем.
And let's get it secured.
Так, и с поручнем рядышком, да?
And we have the handrail next to us, right? Yes.
Поручень, который на внешней поверхности.
Use the external surface handle, of course. Yeah. We understand. Not funny.
Денис, как тебе удалось уже протереть?
Dennis, did you manage to wipe down your gloves?
Да, да, мы потерли.
Yes, yes, definitely, we did.
Так, готово.
Okay, we are ready, and we have secured the wire tie. Copy.
Нам нужно сделать
Now,
авторизацию американского навесного оборудования.
let's do the
И так как ты у нас будешь заходить первым,
all the inspection of the USOS tools and OTAs. Okay.
Проверяй.
Dennis, since you're going to be first, let's start with you.
6 hours, 11 minutes into the spacewalk. Artemyev and Matveyev have wiped down their suits and gloves.
Yes,
one of the towels used for that wipe down is being affixed with a wire tie to the outside of the Russian segment. It likely will be jettisoned during the next spacewalk. This pair of cosmonauts will conduct on April 28th to continue the outfitting of the European robotic arm. They're now performing the expected inventory of all their tools before they make their way back inside the Poisk airlock as they begin to wrap up this spacewalk, highly successful spacewalk that initiated the activation and outfitting and commissioning of the European robotic arm on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, the arm having launched with Naoka last July from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
I still have it. Trash bag? A small trash bag is still attached to me. Copy. Looking good. Now, you also three small reds and one small red with the for the tray adapter. I have one small red for the ratchet wrench, and the other one is for the camera, and the other one is for the knife, and the other one is for the adapter. That's right. Also, you should have a large small red. I have it. I have one large small red. And you also should have an adjustable tether. And the adjustable tether has been accounted for. On the crew lock bag, right? Oleg? Yes, it's attached to the crew lock bag. Copy, Oleg. Now, you have a go to Ingress, and we will perform the same inventory for Dennis then. Could you please update the IMS, guys? Of course. Just as a memento. Dennis, are you ready? All right. I have one. Okay. Dennis, there was an LOS, a short LOS. Let's do it one more time. And let me, I will just name the items, and you will you will confirm. The gap keeper. Do you have it? We do. A large trash bag. It's inside. Copy. An OTA. The tool caddy is in place. Tool caddy is in place. Swing arm is in place as well. We copy. And you should also have 3 French hooks for small reds. Have one for the cutter. Another one is for the GoPro. And I took one safety tether from the large trash bag. Okay, and what about the adjustable tether? It's inside. I actually didn't even take it outside with me.
У тебя был... У тебя был...
Там...
Like, keeper is in one kind of bundle with other items. And a large, small red. Yes, it is there. And present. Copy. Dennis, Oleg, please turn off your hacker cameras. Okay.
Камера большая выключена.
Large camera is off. Oleg, could you please confirm the camera has been turned off? Hold on. You just caught me mid-stride, so to say, as I was translating. I'll answer in a second. Stand by.
Пока ты снаружи находишься, подскажи поручень, за который застраховали полотенце.
What was the handrail that you used to secure the towels to? It's 6035. That's the handrail. So both towels are on this handrail. Is that right? Is that correct? Maybe. Yes. Correction. Yes. Oleg, please report once you have the camera off. Will do. Maybe you can get closer to me. All right? Can't really reach you that easy. Oh, wow. You're pretty far, are you? Yes, I'm pretty far away. Stand by. Maybe you can use just one inside.
This is Mission Control Houston, 6 hours, 19 minutes into the spacewalk, as Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev wrap up their spacewalk for the day, about to enter the airlock, following an inspection of their suits and an inventory of all of the tools they used in this initial spacewalk, the first of at least about a half a dozen such spacewalks in which they will and have outfitted and begun to activate the European robotic arm. That robotic arm, 37 feet in length, is ultimately going to be used to augment the Canadarm2 robotic arm and the Japanese robotic arm that have serviced the U.S. OS segment of the International Space Station for many years now. Those two arms can't reach over to the Russian segment, hence the need for yet another robotic arm, this time supplied by the European Space Agency, to enable payloads and people to move about and be installed in various locations of the NAOCA multipurpose laboratory module.
And Denis's camera is off as well. Great. Now, Denis, you can get inside. Copy. All right, 2 French hooks are inside, and I'm ingressing. We copy.
Денис, как зайдешь внутрь, да,
Dennis,
после этого мы начнем
once
защитное кольцо, но
you are
пока нет.
inside, get the protective ring ready, but please do not close the hatch, not just yet. I copy.
Олег, Денис.
Oleg, Dennis, go ahead.
Ну вот когда вы там уже...
Well, when you situate yourself inside, before you remove the protective ring, we are going to turn off the sublimators, and while the sublimators are drying, that's when you can start working with the protective ring. All right, that sounds like a plan. And we'll be situating ourselves meanwhile here. Where do you want my head to go? Towards the hatch, because you'll have to close the hatch. Oh, sorry. You okay? Did I? All right. No. Don't go backwards. Maybe we should take it with us, or should we leave it outside? Well, I am inside. All right, and grab this tether with you. Will you reach? Can you reach it? No, that one. The orange one? Yes, the orange one on the left side. That's kind of going outside.
Денис, Олег, ну...
Dennis, Oleg,
нужно выполнить сейчас рекомендации Геннадия Ивановича Глазова.
Since you're inside, we should follow Mr. Glazov's advice. Okay. Oleg, Dennis, this is Gennady Glazov. Could you please turn off your sublimators and put the hot-cold handle in the open position, and the Aster can be turned off already. All right, it is off. The Aster system is off. We copy. So...
This is Mission Control Houston, now 6 hours, 25 minutes into the spacewalk. Artemyev and Matveyev back inside the Poisk airlock. The hatch is still open as they wrap up a few final tasks before getting the green light from Russian flight controllers to close the hatch that will mark the official end of today's spacewalk.
Copy. So the counter will start up now. So it may take about 10 minutes for the dry out. But if it dries out earlier, then it will let you know and tell you, basically show you that it's all nominal and normal. And then you can, and meanwhile you can work with the protective ring. Okay, and if you are Oleg, Dennis, if you are ready, you can start with removing the protective ring. So please rotate the handles 90 degrees. Hold on, let us remove the protective ring. All right, let's try and remove it. I got my side free. And let us fold it. And put it behind the handrail. Right behind the handrail, right here. Let me turn it like this, okay? And me too. There we go. Perfect. And could you help me pull it a little bit down, or out and out, or down and outside? No, just down. All right, where are you going? I just got tangled up a little bit. The camera got tangled up. It's okay. Well, you have your visor still down. Isn't it too dark? Like, is it not too dark for you? No, it's not too dark, and it's not scary either. Let me push you up a little bit. Oleg, Dennis, once you stow the protective ring, please let me know. I will have some recommendations for you. Okay, we have it stowed, and what's your recommendation/request? So, did you want us to unscrew any screws, bolts? Okay. I just wanted to say that our cartridges are limited. Our cartridge is 8 hours 30 seconds. It's past 8 hours, so you will get this message anyway, and Dennis is going to get it pretty soon as well. Oleg, Dennis, please. Review and inspect. Please inspect your gloves one more time so that you definitely have your gloves cleaned and there is nothing left. Well, they are a little bit yellowish, but we have plastic. But we have bags to stow the gloves in. For mine, it's the right glove, and for Dennis's, it's the left one. But in general, they're looking okay. Yeah, they're just a little bit dirty, dusty, but other than that, all right.
Copy, Oleg. We're gonna clean it up later. You can rest now. And we'll be standing by for EV hatch closure confirmation. Copy. EV elapsed time is 6 hours and 30 minutes. You have completed all the tasks, and all the tasks have been completed perfectly. This is EV2. TO drying is in nominal position. Copy. The temperature, both temperatures should not exceed 15. They do not exceed 15, but they should be above 15 for both water and gas mixture. So what should we do? No, the pump is actually doing the drying because it circulates warm air and it accelerates the drying process.
I can see the bolts from here.
Олег, я тебя слышу.
Oleg, I can hear you. And he said that will be LOS.
Олег, теперь эти болты тебе будут сниться.
Oleg, from now on, you're going to see these bolts in your dreams. Well, we needed to make sure that you will be seeing them in your dreams. Yes, I can see it here.
Можешь не переживать, этот выход мне уже снился.
Oleg, don't you worry. I'm already dreaming about this EVA. I know that. I know that you are a very responsible person.
Six hours, 33 minutes into the spacewalk. Artemyev and Medvedev drying out their spacesuits, as is common practice in the airlock. Before they begin the procedures to close the hatch, they've removed the outer protective ring along the circumference of the hatch that kept it nice and safe and secure during the course of the spacewalk that began at 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
Later, and 8.
Russian EVA is marked in terms of elapsed time from hatch open to hatch closed, so we'll be standing by for that, as well as official word from Moscow and the Russian flight controllers on the official hatch closure time, after which we'll provide updated spacewalk statistics for you.
Software has not been updated, so it is still using the 9 hours. Okay, copy all. And Oleg, what do you see on your counter? The ore drying 6:47 on the left and 9 minutes on the right. Copy. 6:47. This is the time when you switch to internal power. Yes, and 9 minutes is the drying time. So once you see 10 minutes, you will see the message that the drying is nominal, and then you're go to close the hatch. Okay, copy all.
Олег, посмотри,
Oleg,
GoPro, которая американская, у тебя была не застрахована, точнее застрахована рядом.
Could you please check the status of US GoPro, which was secured? Yes, it was secured near the hatch, and the other one was also secured, so everything is fine in that regard. Copy, Oleg?
Денис, как у тебя ощущения от первого выхода?
Denise, so how do you feel about your very first EVA? Well, he did not unscrew the bolts. So, Oleg, did you get the message that drying was nominal? I missed it. I think it went away. I guess I did get the message. Okay, your go to close the hatch. Copy.
Олег, Денис, можно ослабить слабину фала с подтягом?
Oleg, Denise, you can loosen your tethers now.
Ослабляем.
It's in work.
Ослабляем.
Снять карабин с проушином на панели 201.
And
Да.
the hook is also on panel 201. Yes, correct. And we don't really have another one here anyways. Okay, go slowly, and now you can close it. So please drop the hook on the handrail and start closing the hatch. Make sure that there is no fog around the hatch. Remove the hatch cover and please rotate the handle to hard stop along the arrow pointing to closed position. Well, the cord got wrapped around the handle here or something. So I'm closing it. I'll keep closing it now. And put it underneath the guide rails. Okay, so the hatch is closed. And please still the hatch tool. Okay, thanks. So we need to still the hatch tool. Echo is closed. Thank you, Sergey. Oleg, Denis, thank you very much for your work. EV time is 8 hours and 37 minutes. You've got to be kidding me. Do you mean 6 hours? Yes, 6 hours, 37 minutes. Okay, so the hatch tool is filled. And again, thank you very much, guys. You did an excellent job. Thank you. And we will continue next week. Of course. And during this week, we will be working together. And then there is another EVA coming up next week. And I guess we'll be waiting, looking forward to get the new timeline. Sure, I will send the new timeline this week for you guys. Timeline, the right diagrams for all the upcoming prep activities. Thank you. Sergey, thank you very much. And also, congratulations on your first EVA, Sergey. And you really did an excellent job supporting the EVA. It was great. It was really unprecedented. Thank you, guys. You also performed at the highest level. And Denise, congratulations on your first spacewalk. Everything was just great. And it's time for me to sign off and hand over to the other specialists here. And I'm wishing you success in your mission and in all that you do. Thank you, Sergey. Good luck to you. All the best to you guys. Goodbye. Good luck.
Так, с кем мы теперь будем?
Okay, so who's going to talk to us now? Is it going to be Dima?
Так. Так, ну надо место расположиться к полу.
Well, I guess I need to position myself closer to the deck area. There is space here. There is one hook that got underneath a tether. There it is. Oleg, Denis, how do you read me? This is Dmitry. I will be guiding the repress. Yes, Dmitry, hello. We're glad to hear your voice. And same here, guys. And Oleg, Denis, please position yourself comfortably for repress. And please Make sure that you have all the cue cards for repress. It should be page 42. All right, so cue cards 10. Step 4, and we will start on my go. Copy.
Sergey, для Дмитрия пошлю заданию из MLM.
Sergey, for Dmitry, for repress, Sergey from MLM, how do you read me? Loud and clear? Dmitry, how do you read me? This is Sergey. Sergey, we can hear you, but you're coming in with interference, and I guess Dmitry cannot hear you now.
Сергей, для Дмитрия пошлю заданию, как меня слышно?
Dmitry, this is Sergey for repress. How do you read me? Loud and clear, and how me?
Слышно хорошо.
Loud and clear as well. And if I understand it correctly, you are ready to proceed. You have everything that you need. You have the electronic version of the EVA 52 procedure in PDF, and it is already opened. Yes, that is correct. Copy. Please confirm that all PHO hatches are now closed. PHO hatches are closed. Copy. And also I wanted to check if hacker cameras are off or they're still running. They're off. They're already off. Okay, hacker cameras are off or FF. Copy. In that case, let's start with step 4. MRM2 repress to 260 millimeters from PHO.
This is Mission Control Houston. We've now confirmed the hatch closure time that completes today's spacewalk. Hatch closure confirmed by the Russian specialists at the Russian Control Center occurred at 4:37 p.m. Central Time, 5:37 p.m. Eastern Time, to bring this spacewalk to a close at 6 hours and 37 minutes, 6 hours, 37 minutes for today's spacewalk. We will have complete stats for you in just a moment as Artemiev and Matveyev begin the process of repressurizing the Poisk airlock that will precede them opening up the hatch back to the International Space Station and climbing out of their Orlan spacesuits.
Okay, got that. КВД ПХО СУ standby. Press on КВД ПХО СУ open. Okay, it's in work. Please note the time. LED is illuminated. And please report on MRM2 and your seat pressure on the 15. And seat pressure is 0.34.
Идем до давления 260. При давлении
please repress to 260 millimeters. 40 is the current pressure in the module and 0.3 in the suit. Copy. Thank you. Module pressure is 80 and the suit pressure is 0.26, 0.27 for EV2. Copy.
Давление в МИМе-2 сколько сейчас?
130.
The module pressure is 130. Suit pressure is 0.2 and 0.2 for EV2 as well. Copy. That's good. Module pressure is 160. Suit pressure is 0.16 for EV1, 0.16 for EV2. Copy. What pressure should we reach? Okay, it's 260. Module pressure is 180. Suit pressure is 0.13 for EV1, 0.14 for EV2. Copy. Module pressure is 210. Suit pressure for EV1 is 0.1 and 0.1 for EV2. Copy. Module pressure is 230.
This is Mission Control Houston with Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev safely back inside the Poisk airlock. Here are the statistics associated with today's spacewalk. This was the 249th spacewalk in support of ISS assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. The 4th spacewalk out of the ISS this year and the first for Expedition 67. This was the 4th spacewalk of Oleg Artemyev's career. He now has accumulated 26 hours and 57 minutes of spacewalking time. And, of course, Denis Matveyev, a first-time flyer. This was the first spacewalk of his career, 6 hours and 37 minutes. The spacewalk, by the way, began at 10 a.m. Central Time and ended with hatch closure at 4:37 p.m. Central Time. Of the 249 spacewalks conducted in support of the space station, that has now accrued a total of 1,576 hours and 2 minutes, which is equivalent to 65 days, 15 hours, and 2 minutes of spacewalking time. This was the first of what is expected to be numerous spacewalks during Expedition 67. And again, the first today conducted out of the Poisk airlock on the Russian segment of the station for 6 hours and 37 minutes.
260, and now you guys need to wait for 5 minutes for the stabilization. And what was the pressure, Sergey? Let me check that. Seven. This is the pressure on the pressure gauge copy. That's good. So 5 minutes for stabilization. And Oleg, you will keep using Q card 11 step 5, switching to onboard power supply. Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston. The repressurization of the Poisk airlock has begun as per nominal procedures. That repressurization paused momentarily and will resume in just a moment. Today's spacewalk by Artemyev and Matveyev began at 10 a.m. Central Time, ended at 4:37 p.m. Central Time for an elapsed time of 6 hours and 37 minutes. The two spacewalkers will be at it again 10 days from now on April 28th, in which they'll venture back outside of the Poisk module to continue the outfitting and checkout of the European robotic arm, which they worked on today, installing a control panel, as well as handrails and taking thermal covers off critical points along the 37-foot-long robotic arm, which remains folded at the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module. The spacewalk coming up on April 28th, again scheduled to begin with our coverage at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, with the spacewalk itself to begin a short time later, is designed to release launch locks and to actually observe the first motion of that European robotic arm from its stowed position along the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module. We'll carry all of that for you on NASA television on Thursday, April 28th. And before we sign off, 2 programming notes for tomorrow on NASA television. The Crew 4 astronauts who arrived at the Kennedy Space Center earlier today for final pre-launch training and preparations will conduct what is called a virtual news conference from their crew quarters down at KSC. That will be aired on NASA television at 5:30 a.m. Central Time, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning. Immediately after that is over with, at the top of the hour at 6 Central Time, I should say, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, we will bring you the farewell remarks of the Axiom 1 crew members from the International Space Station in a day in which they are targeting now an undocking from the International Space Station in their Crew Dragon Endeavour for Tuesday night at 9:05 p.m. Central Time, 10:05 p.m. Eastern Time, with a possible splashdown, if weather permits, on Wednesday, April 20th. So stay tuned. Lots of activity ongoing at the International Space Station. We don't want you to miss a moment. In any event, today's spacewalk successfully completed, all of the objectives having been accomplished by Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev. Thanks for joining us throughout the day today. This is Mission Control Houston.